The cult of celebrity has taken over the world as we know it, and there is no coming back from it now. It's how elections are being won, it's how social media algorithms are programmed, and it's also sadly what most mainstream filmmakers are banking on. Celebrity plus franchise ki famous hai, काफी है. अंदर से structures सभी खोखले. Amid this, an exploration of what happens when a star goes out, while the system it flourished within is out to get it, is a welcome change of pace. Hey all, welcome back to my channel, jahan today we are talking about Yo-Yo Honey Singh Famous, a documentary by Moses Singh, now streaming on Netflix.
हमें उस टाइम कहा था कि this is going to be your comeback here.
No, this is not the comeback. I wanna blow the world. वो मैं ऐसा कर दूंगा, पागल कर दूंगा दुनिया को दोबारा से.
The legend of Honey Singh needs very little background. Even if you don't quite know where this Punjabi musician came from, you know that there was a time about a decade or so back when all filmmakers from Rohit Shetty to Vishal Bhardwaj in Hindi cinema had to have a Honey Singh rap in their movies to promise their audience a good time. I have seen the performer live on stage during this era and I can attest to the electric energy he exuded. It's also well known that for an extended period of time, Honey Singh more or less vanished from the limelight, fighting his own demons. Some he has spoken about, some he hasn't. In this Moses Singh documentary, one can finally piece together a timeline. So the film starts with Honey Singh's early days in Delhi's Karampura neighborhood. Home videos reveal a young Honey Singh not taken seriously by his family. He's often the subject of jokes about his DJ aspirations. It's a poignant jumping off point. Singh's journey from struggle to fame to obscurity and eventually towards resurgence, with his family by his side standing agape through it all, started as what seems like an amusing experiment for everyone involved. Nobody considered him a prodigy, although he might have been one. So tracing Honey Singh's gradual rise and tumultuous fall, what's most striking about the film is its choice to hold on to the singer's mental health struggles as its narrative focus. You get the boilerplate, I sat here and made that song, this is where my mother cooked food, and a family goes through old photo albums. These moments are there. But right from the start, the film also has its intentions pretty clear, that a significant portion of the documentary is going to highlight Honey Singh's psychological challenges. Now, in one of the early sequences in this film, he talks about his need for 4 hours after waking up to normalize and then start his day. The cinematography here employs a blurred effect around the edges of the frame during some of these moments, and then some key mental state to hai hi fragmented, but hum bhi unaware hain if this is the truth or is he making this up like a dream scenario? Is he better now? Cinematographers Kuldeep Mamania, Nirvair Singh Rai and Kanak A.K. Sharma follow their subject around like hounds, stirringly managing to capture each shifty glance, each exasperated sigh, each moment of childish amusement. And I am very impressed and thankful for this candid discussion about mental health, particularly the openness about bipolar disorder, intrusive thoughts, relying on science for solutions while continuing to hold on to spiritual faith, sure. For a figure of Honey Singh's stature, to speak openly about these struggles is both groundbreaking and essential. It's a behtering public service announcement. I found myself rather moved, you guys. Ye sahi sawal pooch rahi hai film. How long does it take to reignite an extinguished spark? What does memorability and legacy even mean anymore? Symbolism is also important to the singer. Ek scene mein, when Honey Singh goes back to Karampura with this camera crew, he takes them to his favorite local dhaba. Here he's seen wearing a chamkila hat. Another artist who struggled to find a balance between his outrageous and affluent public persona versus his modest origins. This visual metaphor then extends to scenes where, for instance, one memorable scene is a roadside flower seller recognizes him. So seemingly normal encounter hai, but in the moment in this film, it generates a very complex emotional response, questioning the true nature of happiness, of contentment, set against romanticizing a rich person's struggles. Honey Singh believes that his music brings joys to all kinds of people, whether they live on the road or in mansions. Hence, he has to make more. But in the larger scheme of things, does it really? Does the world stop if Honey Singh is not around? Or will his return solve anyone else's problems but his own? Interestingly, director Moses Singh's presence in this film is also continuously felt. You even spot him multiple times. Now, while his tone of questioning occasionally borders on infantilizing Honey Singh, sort of portraying him as someone who needs to be managed like a child, Moses Singh's approach is largely effective. He avoids that kid gloves treatment quite deftly. The awe he feels for his subject is not reverential. So when tough questions have to be asked, hearing the director's voice turned journalistic reminds both the viewers and the subject of the film that this documentary is not an exercise to exonerate.
मैं कोई म्यूजिशियन का बेटा नहीं हूँ, किसी बड़े सिंगर का बेटा नहीं हूँ. मैं एक नॉर्मल फैमिली से आया हुआ एक आम लड़का.
इस घर में विंडोज भी नहीं है.
नहीं, विंडोज भी नहीं है.
24 years.
24 years.
You lived in a house without windows.
Without windows. But still got dreams.
However, the film also conveniently sidesteps domestic violence accusations against Honey Singh by referencing an MOU signed with his ex-wife. No further questions are asked of anyone. Honey Singh also simply just denies writing or recording the songs Balatkari, and pardon me, this next word will have to be beeped out. But just his denial is deemed enough. No evidence or argument is presented why someone like Daler Mehndi, among others, went on national television back in the day and agitated against the song, against Honey Singh. Where the film does provide an analytical look is via the inclusion of journalist Bhanuj Kappal's interviews, which provide critical insight into the singer's impact on the growing influence of Punjabi music and the broader Indian music scene as well. Now, through these segments, you are reminded of the absolute bangers Honey Singh has delivered. Khadke Gilasi, Bring Me Back. It's also thanks to these insights that later on, when a Salman Khan segment shows up, jahan Honey Singh is singing along to an absolutely asinine song called Twinkle Twinkle Little Star from Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan. The irony of how many miles this singer had to step back to begin again makes itself felt. Yo-Yo Honey Singh Famous, like its subject, is immensely watchable, enjoyable even. It may not be comprehensive or offer much more trivia than is already available, but it is a uniquely successful document of the pressures of fame and the pitfalls of chasing a dream in a time when it's so much easier to become famous. ऐसे में, when your original fans remain tethered to the idea of the celebrity they once used to love, do you then pander? Or does India offer its artists enough acceptance and room to evolve freely? In a scene as Honey takes his daily dose of pills from a crumpled up newspaper ki pudiya, he opens it and downs them with water out of an Evian bottle. You wonder if he'll ever find that balance between international and villager. But you can find the documentary until then on Netflix. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Yo-Yo Honey Singh Famous is one documentary. It's a feature-length documentary. It's not a series. So this weekend you can आराम से sit and watch. फिर comments में बताना नीचे. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.